Hi, and welcome back to the second video of Acmea Farm Insurance Bushfire Mitigation Series. My name is Mark Vero, a risk specialist for Acmea Farm Insurance, and welcome back to my farm. This week's topic is depending on your own state fire service calls it defensive lines, fire breaks or asset protection zones. I will incorporate some tips on creating safe cattle zones. For those of you who've been keeping up with the news this fire season, it's truly well underway and it's only September. We have now all seen the devastation that a wildfire can bring. Like I said before, fires are dangerous, deadly in fact, and this will only destroy anything that gets in their path. So a good bushfire mitigation plan in place is of paramount importance for you, your family, your employees, your property and the environment. A common theme that has come out of those fires is the speed that they started and travelled and how quickly they impacted on life, property and environment. Thankfully, there has been no loss of life, but unfortunately there has been stock and infrastructure losses. If I can just say a big super thank you to all the fireys out there and other emergency services who did an excellent job well done, thank you. So what are fire breaks and asset protection zones and why are they so important? First off, they provide a buffer zone between the bushfire and an asset. The asset could be a building, or in this case, it's my standing grass. They also provide an area of bushfire fuel that allows suppression of fire. It's easier to fight fire and flame at an ankle height rather than knees and hip height. It also provides an area for which backburning can be completed from the fire service or yourself. This provides a safe access for fire services, yourself, to defend or stop a fire. As a farmer, I cannot control what happens on the neighbour's place or on Crown land, but what I can do is put a risk mitigation in place on my place. For a grazier or a fodder producer like myself, trying to protect what they have is very important to my cash flow and my business continuity. So let's describe my bushfire mitigation plan for my fodder and cell grazing operation. This farm is split right down the middle, and it's a great way of having management of traffic flow and cattle flow. And it's also a great way for me to have a benefit of having that asset protection zone from a fire from the north or from the south. One of the most common issues grazing operations is how do I protect or mitigate a fire risk of a bushfire impacting on my cattle. First off, you need to understand what is the fire danger rating is at for your area. I will talk about the fire danger ratings in our next video. However, we need to have a heightened level of awareness of what is the fire index rating at severe, extreme and catastrophic. As this is where the fire services, the fires will become uncontrollable to unpredictable to fast moving or the worst possible conditions. Now most grazing operations have small to medium holding paddocks, and these paddocks are heavily grazed and have access to water. Now these paddocks may not be immune to bushfire. However, if they're grazed right, will allow the cattle to move through the sections of fire or seek refuge on those areas that haven't been burnt. So for the days where the fire danger rating is at those categories, I just move my cattle to these locations. So I want you to think about your property and your operation, and remember you don't have to be an expert on this. Don't be afraid to talk to a local fire brigade or seek input into what is the best way to handle the bushfire and management of your property and livestock. So now's the time to revisit your business strategy. You can have the best bushfire mitigation plan, but sadly, bushfires are so unpredictable and it still may not be enough. A lot of you have put a lot of blood, sweat and tears into your operation to get it to the stage of where you are right now. With a heightened risk of bushfire, consider the impact of uninsured buildings such as houses, sheds, machinery, fencing and livestock to your business. If losing any of these items is a risk to your operation, please consider talking to your risk specialist and adding cover to your policy. Get informed. Don't self-assess. Go and ask the question of your risk specialist today, as you might be pleasantly surprised. Remember, fires do not have a long warning system, so listen to the warnings of your area and other areas and pay particular attention to the fire danger index for your area. Risk mitigation is at the heart of Acmea. And it was established more than 2 centuries ago by 39 farmers working together to minimise risk for each other's farms, not just their own. As an ACMEA farm risk specialist and a farm owner, I am proud to continue this strong ethos set by those 39 Dutch farmers over 200 years ago on a cooperative community sharing approach. Remember, you cannot look after your life, property or environment without looking after yourself. So stay safe this bushfire season. Reducing risk this bushfire season is the key to building farming sustainability. This is just another way that we at ACMEA Farm Insurance keep farmers farming. Thanks for watching this short clip, and the next week I will be discussing the importance of the Fire Danger Index. So be sure to keep an eye out for ACMEA Australia Facebook page and you'll get something out of this series. Please don't forget to share this post.